Okay, here we are for part 2. If you'll notice, I put the bolts in with the grease fittings on the inside. The bushings didn't exactly fit tight, so I put black silicone and rolled them. Then let it fully cure. I'm putting it in place. And the bottom here, I wet bolted it. Put a wet bolt in it, so this will work like it's supposed to. And absorb the shock, and then you can also lubricate it as time goes on. You'll notice I have a 3-axle set up. Each bolt, that bolt right there. You'll have to order 4 extra bolts to wet bolt this. So when you order the kit, be sure to get 4 extra bolts if you have the 3 to 6,000. If you have the 5 to 8, you'll have to order at least 8 bolts extra along with the kit. Now the shackles I've got are going to go in here, and they'll go pretty much like this right here. Put it in place as I'm trying to, let's just set the camera. See if I can get this thing to work like it's supposed to. Now you may ask yourself, what are these silver marks here and here? Well, in doing the bolts, so I don't get confused, I put a silver marker and put marks on where the holes are on both ends. So that way when you're putting these up here and now I'm up there, you have to press them in with a clamp. I used a C-clamp like this and a socket on this end. I also used a nut like this that the socket would fit on, so you can put it on. It's the wrong socket, but anyway, you got to press this in once it hits up in here on this side. If you note, I have that one in. Now I have to let this side down, or let this side down, so I can get this one in place. And it's a little bit of work, but it's worth it to have bushings that you can grease up. Well, let me get it in place and then I'll get back with you. If you notice, I've got it in. I had to let the center one down to get it where it was enough I could put this on. When I get it on and bolted in and everything, then I'll raise it back up, and then I'll work on this one over here, which I may be able to put it on right now. Doesn't like much. Well, you probably can't see it. We'll see that. When I jack it back up, I should be able to put the other one in it. Kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Once you get the shackles on, this side will be done. All I got to do is grease everything up, double check it one time. Very, very important. Use Loctite. I've tried this. It's a new gel type. It's kind of good. You get more of it on your bolts than you do on your floor, if you know what I'm talking about. And then once we get everything done, I'll double check the bolts, make sure everything's in, because I'm sure once I go down the road with it, I'm going to have to adjust something. I'll probably save that for, maintain it, check it. This thing about RV, you can't take anything for granted if you're going to run with it. If you're going to sit it, then you don't really have to do much of nothing.